the Horseshoe. Under Ohio State coach Urban Meyer's watch, 34 times teams have come into this hallowed college football facility and have tried to do one simple thing: win. But since Urban Meyer took over here in Columbus in 2012, in those 34 times, only twice were teams successful in coming into the stadium and winning. Virginia Tech 2 years ago, Michigan State last year. And tonight, the 10th-ranked Nebraska Cornhuskers try to become only the third team under Urban Meyer's regime to try and come into Ohio Stadium and get a victory. And they have to go through the number 6 in the country, the Ohio State Buckeyes. Very best of evenings to you all as we speak to you from Ohio Stadium in downtown Columbus, Ohio, on the third floor photo deck above the second floor of seating here at Ohio Stadium, as we're just a couple of minutes away from getting this one started. I'm Tommy Rezach. Off to my right is Zach Penrice, who you heard anchor the Husker Countdown pregame show. Matt Reynoldsson along with us as well, and he'll have some things to offer as we go throughout the night tonight. Well, Zach, last week a lot of hype and buzz around Lincoln just about how big of a road game, how big a test Wisconsin was. No rest for the wicked, apparently. Nebraska comes right back at it and playing another top 10 team, the 6th best team in the country, the Ohio State Buckeyes. Both of these teams identical records, 7-1 overall, 4-1 in the Big Ten. How big of a test? How big of a test is this for Nebraska? You heard them throughout the week. They seem to be responding the right way. They're treating it like any other game, but this is a very big enchilada here tonight for the Huskers.
Well, the response from Mike Riley on Monday seemed pretty optimistic to me. The first thing that he said is, it actually struck quite a lot of laughter in the room, was he said, when you see road games at Wisconsin and at Ohio State back-to-back, it's exciting when you're 6 months away and the schedule comes out. But when you're in it, it's a lot harder. I cannot even imagine how hard it really is to go to Camp Randall and go to the Horseshoe back-to-back weeks. And Nebraska's in the middle of it right now. But, Tommy, they have nothing to hang their heads about last week. They played outstanding football at Camp Randall. Like I mentioned in the pregame show, they lost by a combined of 66 points in their 2 trips to Madison under former head coach Bo Pelini. Last week, it took overtime to beat the Huskers, and it's pretty much the same talent level that they had with both those Bo Pelini teams. So Nebraska has nothing to hang their heads about, and here tonight, it's only going to get harder. The last time they were here, they lost 63-38 in a shellacking by Urban Meyer's team. But once again, it's a new Husker team. It's a new regime. It's a new coaching staff. So I expect it to be a lot different. But as you can hear it right now, it is loud, and it's going to be, in my opinion, even tougher for Nebraska this week than it was last week.
This stadium is 94 years old. It seats 104,944. 106,000 watched 4 years ago when Nebraska fell to the clutches of Braxton Miller, 63-38. Nebraska has won the toss. They will defer to the second half. They will get the ball to start. Back deep for the Huskers is Trey Bryant, as he has been all year. The Huskers will be moving left to right on your radio dial. Kicking it off is Tyler Durbin for the Ohio State Buckeyes. 25 touchbacks on the year. His 63rd kickoff of the season is up, and this game is underway. Trey Bryant will take it at the 3. He's to the 10, to the 15, dips to the inside, to the 20, and down at the 24-yard line. Making the stop for the Buckeyes was Raekwon McMillan. So the Huskers will set up shop, 1st and 10 at their own 24. Moving left to right, as I mentioned. Nebraska very, very good on third down, 49%. That's second best in the Big Ten, trailing only Ohio State. Armstrong out of the shotgun. Newby off to the left. 3 receivers to the near side. Snap back to Tommy. Stands in the shotgun. Throws over the middle. Pass to Stanley Morgan. Is tipped up here and picked off. It is intercepted. He's to the 10, to the 5. Slips the tackle. Touchdown, Buckeyes. The first third down of the game, and it was Damon Webb who caught the tipped pass on the far side of the field and took it the distance, 30 yards to the house. 6-0 Ohio State. This is the longest third down that Nebraska's faced. 3rd and 9 from their own 44. 12-11 to go, opening quarter. 7-0 Buckeyes with the lead. Armstrong out of the shotgun. 2 receivers to the near side. 2 more on the far side. Snap back to Tommy. Rolling to the left. Here comes the pressure. Throws over the middle. Pass is tipped and then caught by Stanley Morgan. 40, 35. Has a block. Slips tackles and all the way down to the 29-yard line. So a post route to Jordan Westerkamp was tipped up in the air by Jordy, and Stanley Morgan was right there to make the catch. Ran from left to right across the field for a fantastic gain. I would say about 22 yards or so, depending on the spot. What a play by Nebraska. It was a tip ball, but it went their way. Again, Nebraska another third down in this game. They're 1 for 2. Again, 49% on the year. That's 12th best in the country. Ohio State, meanwhile, has a pretty solid third down defense. Armstrong out of the shotgun, 3 receivers to the right. Newby in the backfield with him, steps it back to pass, and he throws, finds Jordan Westerkamp over the middle at the 19-yard line. That's going to be a gain of 6. They only needed 5, and that's a fresh set of downs for the Big Red. Ohio State on the year, their third down defense, very, very good. 32%, that's 14th best in the nation. Tommy stands in the shotgun, 3 receivers to the far side. He's got Brian Reimers on the right, Newby, the running back with him. Tommy throws over the middle. He's got Sethan Carter for the first time in about a month. Sethan catches the ball at the 3-yard line on a crossing route to the tight end. The Huskers have a first down and goal, 9:03 to go, opening quarter. Drew Brown, 8 for 10 on field goals, so he lines up at the 3. This will be a 20-yard attempt, not much more than a point after. Snap is down, kick is up, and the kick is good. Drew Brown comes through for the 9th time this year on the 20-yard field goal, and the Huskers are on the board after the 14-play, 72-yard drive that ate up 5 minutes and 41 seconds. The score is, with 7:45 to go in the opening quarter, Ohio State 7, Nebraska 3. This is Husker football on 90.3 KRNU. Dontre Wilson comes out of the game, enters Mike Weber, who's lined up as a slot receiver on the right. 3 receivers off to the left. Ohio State moving from the right to the left on your radio dial. 3rd and goal at the 7-yard line. The second third down Ohio State's faced today. Barrett drops back to pass, stands in the pocket, being flushed out, rolling to the left, goes for the end zone, passes, caught, that is a touchdown for the Buckeyes. Terry McLaren hauls in the touchdown, and the Buckeyes extend their lead. It's 13-3. Armstrong stands out of the shotgun, 3 receivers off to the left on the far side. Brian Reimers on the right on the near side. Snap back to Tommy, drops back to pass. Once Westerkamp deep down the field. What a catch! What a catch by the senior, Jordan Westerkamp, leaping up backwards, makes the catch all the way down to the 50-yard line. You're talking about a 46-yard catch. Snap back to Caleb. He's had 2 blocked this year, but he gets that one off. It's a nice spiraling kick, and Dontre Wilson will call fair catch at about the 17-yard line, and that's where Ohio State will set up shop. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to keep it with you here for just a little bit as we turn our attention to the south balcony, where the Ohio State student section is holding up colored cards in the shape of the Sam Foltz 2-7 logo. And folks, that is a very classy gesture. It's really cool here to see live. If you ever had the television on, you'd probably see it on Twitter. The students, again, had colored cards, held them up, and with those cards, they made the Sam Foltz logo. That was incredible. Barrett out of the shotgun, 2 receivers on the near side, 1 alone on the far side. Barrett takes the snap, drops back to pass as Curtis Samuel wide open over the middle, slips a tackle. He's gone. 10-5, touchdown Buckeyes. The first play from scrimmage, the first play right out of the gate. Barrett goes back to pass. It was a 4 wide out set. Samuel was the lone receiver on the far side. Pretty simple angle route down the middle of the field. Had Aaron Williams beat by a couple of yards at least, and it was all too easy. Williams got a couple hands on him. Samuel slipped the tackle. Nothing but green grass. 37-3 Buckeyes.
That's a terrific play call if you're Ohio State. First play of the half, try to go and turn, put in the knife and twist it. That's exactly what they did. A terrific throw from JT Barrett. He's missed a few deep shots today, but he finally finds Curtis Samuel. And my, oh my, is this a deficit that Nebraska has to overcome now?
Barrett out of the shotgun, 2 receivers each way. Weber attached to Barrett's left hip. Barrett gets the shotgun snap, play action, stands in the pocket, has time, throws over the middle, pass caught at the 31-yard line. Beautiful vision downfield. He's got Baugh, his tight end, and that's a gain of another about 23 yards on that play, and it's a 1st and 10 at the Nebraska 30. 10:44 to go, third quarter. 38-3 Ohio State as the beatdown continues. Barrett gets the shotgun snap, play action, throws for the end zone. That pass is... Did he come down with it? Yes, he did. Touchdown, Ohio State. Noah Brown bringing down the 5-yard angle route in the corner of the end zone. Nice job by Brown to secure that. That's his 7th touchdown of the year. That's JT Barrett's 3rd passing TD. The beating continues. 44-3 Ohio State. Nebraska a whopping 14 yards of offense since this second half started. Riker out of the shotgun. 3 receivers to the left, 1 alone on the right. As Riker throws that one, it's tipped, it's intercepted. Intercepted by Ohio State. He's running to the 20, the 15-yard line. That's number 24. He will score. Touchdown, Malik Hooker. That's his 2nd pick 6 of the season. And Ohio State just continues to make it all the more ugly. There are flags down at the 25-yard line. Hold on a second here. It was a pick 6 by Malik Hooker as he caught a tip pass from Westerkamp, but we do have a flag on the field.
I think they'll call a block in the back here. It looked like one of the defensive linemen came back on a cutback block and got somebody in the back.
So it's just offsetting on sportsmanlike conduct penalties, but the touchdown stands. Malik Hooker, again, that was his 5th interception of the season. That's 2 pick sixes for Ohio State as a team in this game. When's the last time Nebraska threw 2 pick sixes in one game? That's the 6th career interception thrown by Riker Fife. 54-3. The worst loss in history, folks, was 60 points, 70-10 to Texas Tech back in 2004, as Tyler Durbin's point after is up and good. So it's 55-3. So Nebraska's down 52 points. If Ohio State scores 8 more points, it would tie the worst loss in school history. 13:57 to go in this beatdown. 55-3, Ohio State over Nebraska. It's deja vu of the Bo Pelini era. Must be because Tim Beck's on the opposite sideline. Riker Fife out of the shotgun. 2 receivers off to the right. Newby in the backfield with him. And a nice throw over the middle by Riker Fife. Stanley Morgan pulls it down at the 11-yard line. Nice play by the sophomore Stanley Morgan Jr. And the Huskers, for the first time, I think, since the first quarter, are inside the red zone. Burrow out of the shotgun, 2 receivers each way, gets the snap, big hole, he's going to run to the 10, to the 5, to the house. Touchdown, Ohio State. Joe Burrow, his first rushing touchdown of his career. The true freshman scampers in from about 17 yards away, and Ohio State has cracked 60. It's 61-3 now. Ohio State faced with a 3rd and 6 from their own 37-yard line officially.
Does Nebraska force their first punt of the day here? We'll see.
2 wideouts each way for Burrow. McCall in the backfield with him, sends him in motion from left to right as a slot receiver. Burrow stands in the pocket, throws over the middle, pass is caught. That one caught by number 11, Austin Mack. He needed the 44 for the first down. He got the 45. That is indeed a fresh set of downs. I think that's a gain of 8 yards. Yep, that's what it is. And another first down for Ohio State on the evening. A remarkable 11 of 14 on 3rd down.
And why wouldn't they pick up the first down? That's just how the game has gone. They needed 7. They got 8. That's just kind of how it goes. That's just how it's gone all night. Ever since you look back to that 3rd down and 20 when it was a 7-3 game, Nebraska could have really turned it around right then and there on 3rd down and 20. And ever since then, it's been Ohio State picking up 3rd downs left and right.
Ohio State puts the fork in the turkey. This one is done. An absolute beatdown from start to finish. It was all Brutus in this one. 62-3, Ohio State prevails over Nebraska.